Hey everyone, I am Reliable Talent. Going to show you a little bit about Dungeon Alchemist that is still in early access, but a tool that I've used for my D&D games pretty regularly. There's still a lot of features that it's missing, but they're coming out with features pretty regularly. I did want to make a new map today because my players are going into the Yawning portal, and they'll be in Waterdeep, and the Yawning portal will be kind of the central focus of the game for a little while. Let's say a couple sessions. So we're going to create a new map, and just wanted to show you all the wonderful features that this has. I do want to make sure it's 24 by 36. Now, I intend to print this out. So the settings here do kind of matter to me a little bit. If I had a 36-inch printer or something that could print the width of 36 inches, landscape is fine, but I do only have a 24-inch large format printer, so I do want my width to match up here. I could just rotate it after the fact, but why would I do that when I could just start off the right way? And one thing to note is even on a 24 by 36, the usable space technically is 22 by 34, unless you have a full bleed printer, which means you can print out to the exact edges of the printer. If you're taking this to some sort of print shop, they should be able to do a full bleed option. Usually costs a little bit more to do that, and you have to specify that. But down here we have all of our options. We can change the default map, and now you can change all this once you're in the game, but this kind of gives you a kicking off point. If I just wanted to do grassland, if I just wanted to do jungle, I could do that. We'll start off on forest until the elevation is flat. Oops. And I want no vegetation, I want no water, and I want everything at water level. That way it gets me a nice flat map. I don't have to do any changes, getting rid of any water, or clearing out a bunch of trees, which isn't difficult. It's just less stuff that I have to do. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is take my terrain, and I'm going to shift it to this. This isn't super necessary, but just in case any of this gets missed, I'm going to decorate the whole map, but in case any spots get missed, it doesn't look super out of place in a city where I have a large patch of grass in the middle of Waterdeep. So one of the best things about this, and I'll show you this real fast, even though I'll delete it. So if I wanted to do the main hall of a tavern, see, I have AI turned on, I have my tavern selected, my great hall selected. I can just go ahead, draw my space, click the OK button. It's going to render all of this stuff in pre-populated. Takes about 5 seconds to do. Boom, I have a tavern. Puts in doors, windows. There's some stairs over here leading up. If I wanted to say, let's say we have some bedrooms over here. We have some bedrooms over here. Don't typically like doing one-way, one square wide hallways, but I can link up. It's going to automatically add these doors in here. So there's a door here, there's a door here. Technically it probably has, oh no, it looks like I removed those. Normally they would have doors. Oh, they had them on the inside. Never mind. Ignore me. I can throw some hallways down like that. And because I'm going to pretend that this is a upstairs area, I can place my where are they? Pretty sure. The worst part about this is I constantly lose where certain objects are. There we go. The structural stairs. So they have stairs up and stairs down. I can then go in and say that map-wise, this matches up with this. Or equally, I could put this over here so that the house isn't incredibly lopsided. So there. And if I wanted to, because there's this little weird overhang, I can go into rooms and remove that room, but just that portion of it. So now we have a tavern down here with stairs up to go to these bedrooms. Took me, 6 minutes to take care of all that. If you were drawing that by hand or you were doing that in any other program, it would take half an hour maybe. Just really quickly knocked out a tavern and called it a day. Great for Roll20. Instead of doing a print version of this, you can do a digital version of this. Either way, I think you can export to digital regardless of which option you choose. Likewise, I can also go ahead and choose AI off because I don't want all that stuff populating, because I will fill all of this myself. So typically what I do is I cut 2 blocks in all the way around. And I'm not going to measure this, but I am going to drop a prop in here that I want. Let's go to pits because this is the Yawning portal. Excellent. So tons of room, and I can toss that to the back. Excellent. So yeah, that looks good. Actually, one thing I do want is this is going to be, it's going to be off center. So one of the things that this doesn't have as a feature yet is the ability to free place objects. You'll notice everything's snapped to a grid. Not the worst thing in the world. But I kind of would like everything kind of centered up, at least for the well. Or I can deliberately off-center it, just so it doesn't look incredibly out of place. Or there's just that one spot where it's an issue. Let's go ahead and I want to add some extra rooms down here. Sec, I gotta do some counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 3, 6, 9, 10. Awesome. So we have all of that done. We have the basic shape of this. Now what I'm going to want to do first is I'm going to delete all of this stuff because I don't care about the pre-populated windows in this case. And just quickly clicking on every window and door and hitting the delete key is the quickest way to get rid of these. And this is why you can do this with any object. This is why we chose to take the AI off, is to minimize all of that. Now we have these kind of ugly doors, ugly walls that I do want to get rid of. So I'm going to select the walls and then remove walls tool. And I'm just going to remove those so it makes it one large area. And certain people are probably going to say, hey, this isn't what the Yawning portal looks like. I'm not really going for, I'm sure I could open up one of my reference books and find a picture of the indoors of the Yawning portal. I don't necessarily need a reference. The things that I do need to know is that it's a large tavern and there is the well to the Undermountain in there. Other than that, I don't really care. I'm not going to be illustrating the upper levels of the Yawning portal because it's quasi irrelevant as far as a map goes. I could easily do a second or third map that shows the upper levels, but it would just be for this map just a U-shaped balcony, basically. No real need to do that. For this, I will go ahead and take my place floors, artificial, let's call it wood, and let's go with a dark hardwood. And in one fell swoop, change the floors. Get the bit that I missed. Let's go ahead and take the stone walls. Let's go with stone with like a wood trim on the bottom. Oh, okay. And actually it was on the wrong tool. I should have been on just the, oh no, never mind. Yeah, I don't want the inside of the wall to look like that. The inside of the wall, we will take some wood and we'll go with, actually maybe plaster. Maybe plaster will look better. This is the most difficult part of the process, is choosing what exactly you want the base structure to look like. Because after this, it's just having fun and placing placing objects. Yeah, we will go with, let's just do the regular. I don't really like that color, but it's all right for right now. So that's where we are with this. Let's go ahead and take some doors. I'm going to, because we have that extra space, let's off center those, or not off center, but split those up so it's not just one door. And we'll go ahead and actually take the outside. We'll turn this into garden. And then again with the walls, we will just go ahead and remove all of these walls. Now, you're probably going to say, why did we put down all of that stone if we were just going to turn it back into grass? The reason why we put down all that stone, just in case I forgot this step or didn't want to do this step, I would still have something that looked appropriate for a city. But I will go ahead and come back into the flooring tool, turn this into cobble. And then at the very least, turn that into cobble. So one of the things that I like doing with some of these builds, and it really depends on my mood, is to decorate the outsides before I touch anything inside, as far as objects are concerned. So let's go ahead and actually we want fences / banisters, and we want to add a wall. We don't want to change any walls. We just want to add just something simple. Okay, so that is the base of our structure done. Again, we're 17-18 minutes into the video at this point, and we've just made the shell. Mind you, 6 or 7 of that went to another function of this. So realistically, like 12 minutes into this, we have the shell of the tavern done. So I'm going to go ahead and fast forward and meet you guys back here in a minute, and we'll go ahead and just decorate the inside of this real fast. Okay, so that basically finishes up what I want this to look like. Sure, I didn't add any windows, but I think not having windows in the Yawning portal is a choice. Do want to add a little bit more decoration to this back wall. I kind of forgot about it. Let's throw like a shield up over here, or what about over here? I'm not really missing anything over there. Let's throw 2 shields up just to fill out that back wall a little bit more. That one looks fine. It has plenty of lights back there. Just to fill it out, I just wanted to make this look really busy. One of the things that I'm waiting for is another like size pit, or a pit of this size, I should say, that doesn't have these jagged spiky bits. I don't think they really fit for the Yawning portal style pit that's there. The one thing I do like is the swirling mist effect down there. The one thing I did add during that skip was a lever over here. Now I know the Yawning portal does have a mechanical lift that takes adventurers to and from the Undermountain. In this particular version of it, I will probably just have it be something akin to like a tensor's floating disc that's activated by the lever behind the bar, just to get around that. One thing I do want to note, particularly with this back area right here, I did spend some time filling out these shelves in this under area. This is mostly for me. This is a purely descriptive thing for me to do, because if you know your maps, they're all going to be top down as players are looking at them. They are not going to appreciate that you just stuck 50 mugs over here and probably another 50 more mugs of ale. They can see the ones over here, and you can kind of see the ones on that second row down there. Entirely for me as the dungeon master. So I can say, as they walk into the bar, the first thing that they notice is there's plenty of places to sit, but there is very little walking room. As they look over to the bar, they see several casks of ale, shelves filled with mugs and wine bottles. The more perceptive among you might notice that the second and third shelves nearest the bar are lighter on the bottles of wine that are held there, just by virtue of being at arm's reach. You don't have to bend, the bartender doesn't have to bend down, the bartender doesn't have to reach. They're just right there. They're very accessible. That's entirely for me as a narrative point. Even though I have a map here, I will probably describe things that I didn't even put down, because some elements that I put down are irrelevant to what the actual map looks like. This is just a reference point. The one thing that I do want to point out is there's no way to populate it with people. That's either not in the software yet, or it is entirely irrelevant. There's no way to populate like people at the tables. I just wanted to look busy and to fit the number of people that I envision the Yawning portal being able to fit, especially when you get into the fact that there is, I think, 3 floors to the Yawning portal, that basically is just a balcony looking down into it. Now, realistically, I think the Yawning portal is more circular than rectangular. This program doesn't do circles very well. If I did a circle, it would look like a Minecraft circle where it was 4 this way and then 1 cut in and then 2 cut out, and it would look like I was making a circle with a square. That's the only reason I didn't do that. Sure, I could have kept it rectangular and not included this front portion right here. The only reason I did is I wanted to give it a little bit more character. I didn't want it to look like a box. I just wanted to cut in a little bit and kind of show that. There's another tavern that I probably will do that with, that I'll do in another video, but I just wanted to give it a little bit more of a feature. The same reason why I added plants outside, around the outside, so you there's something to look at outside of this one little box. But anyway, guys, that's it for me today. If you like the video, go ahead and like and drop a comment, and have a good one. Bye.